Marchman headed to his 5th state championship appearance, right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
We were talking about that on the way up. It seems like a theme this week, Coach. We're trying to get it done before the weather again.
That's right. It looks bad. It looks like it's coming, just like it has the past couple of days. So.
It's been like the theme this week. Coach, congratulations again, man. Awesome.
Man, it's
I
great.
tell you what, you spoiled me with this ride with CSN and you guys for the last decade. I want to talk about the playoff run. Then we'll dive into the championship. Obviously, the playoff run, we swept everybody. I mean, what a performance by you guys. But I think that's the result of the hard work you guys put in all the time.
Well, there's a lot of hard work into it, but it comes down to performance. So you prepare for the game. The game's just a whole different animal, and the fellas have dealt with some adversity, including the weather. It's kind of a strange situation in the last round where the game gets suspended in the first inning, and then you have to start it the next day. But we responded very well, and I was impressed with our performance, especially in this last round. And if we can work hard, like you're saying, this week, maybe we can carry that on into next week.
I know. I'm excited to be there. We'll be carrying the game on the NFHS side, but for the NFHS, so I'm excited. We got big to go to state too.
That's awesome.
So
Congratulations. Congratulations.
All right. Do we get a trophy also?
Why not?
Hey, but let's talk about the playoff run. Started off with early, swept those guys. That was a really competitive series, especially for a first round 4 seed. They came in and played ball.
They really did. They took us by surprise. Well, they didn't take us by surprise, but they just came to play, and they played hard. And fortunately, that first game was really close, really tight. But we found a way to win it, and then actually hit the ball a little bit better in the second game. So it wasn't quite as close, but I was impressed with that team.
It was quite a series, and we fall into that second round. But the big series I wanted to talk about, which kind of surprised me and Sammy out on the field, not really surprised as far as the result goes, but the surprise of how it went. Washington Wilkes.
Right.
They left 19 runners on base for the entire series. That's crazy.
It's a lot. We knew they were going to be a good team. We knew they gave us a hard time last year, and we played them last year and went 3 games with them. And this year, we were fortunate. I felt bad for them, but one of their main guys was hurt, and we benefited from that because they didn't have that guy to help in those situations that you're talking about with runners on base, because he was an offensive player and he's one of their top pitchers as well.
Right.
But our guys were a little tight for that round too, because they remember them last year and they remember they gave us a hard time. So we were a little tight, a little bit, and but our pitching held us down, kept us in a spot where we were in a situation to win the game, push forward, keep the lead, and that was a really good team too, who played us really hard here last year, and we got a little bit of a break this year because they were missing a guy, and it hurts. This time of year we're missing one of your main guys, but our guys came to play, and we were ready to go, and we're able to advance and play McIntosh. Jenkins next. I can't remember what.
All we know is we made it through. We're headed to the ship. That's all that counts.
Yeah.
Hey, coming in, Sammy talked about coming into the playoff series. We were talking about pitching. Obviously that's a big thing.
Sure.
Especially in the playoffs. You were able to maintain that rotation pretty much throughout the entire series.
That's right. That was kind of our plan going into it, and we're going to evaluate with the coaches and the players and find out if we're just going to keep going with that, or if we got different ideas about going into the state championship game. But that's just a testament to those 3 guys. They're all college caliber pitchers. They all love to compete, and they all want the baseball. I'm very fortunate to have 3 guys like that.
Yeah, that was a great performance by all the guys. I know you touched on it just a moment about the break, going from we got a half an inning then the other day to play yesterday. Yeah. Does that affect the pitching, or does it actually help the pitching, gives a little bit of rest?
Oh, no, that definitely affects the pitching. I mean, that's and you never know how it's going to affect them, if it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. But generally, when the pitcher gets heated up, he's ready to go. Shutting him down immediately and asking him to come back the next day is generally not a good recipe. But we talked about it, and Ian said, I'm ready to go. I want to go right back out there. And as you can see, he did a great job.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job. And you got to like that confidence when you say that. He said, "I'm ready to go, coach."
Yep.
You got to love that.
That's right. You do.
Ready to throw him out there and get it the advantage, I think, of having the older pitchers too. That confidence. You know, they've been there, done that kind of thing.
That helps for sure, but that's just usually the type of player you are. You know, you can learn that confidence, but oftentimes those guys come in with that type of attitude in the ninth grade, and it's just something that just propels them or allows them to improve a little bit faster throughout their careers. But sometimes players do have to learn that type of confidence, and they do have to learn to believe in themselves, and they do it, so they're going to show you. That's where you get those clutch performers. That's where you get those guys who break into the lineup. That's where you get those guys who become leaders on the field and not just the ones who talk about it. So you got to do it in practice before you do it in the game. And that's kind of how we.
That's why you guys do all the work to get ready for when the lights are on.
That's right. Yeah.
No doubt about it. Hey, I want to talk about the offensive side of the ball. Huge offense. I mean, big time hits Wednesday.
Yep.
On Tuesday. A lot of long balls. A couple of dingers got mine and Sammy's equipment out there.
Well, you know
that's a good problem.
You know, I think some people were surprised by that score. I think it was 11-1. Game McIntosh was a good team, but you know we hit 3 two-run home runs.
Yeah.
So when that happens, you know things can get carried away quickly. You know we had a terrible game versus Brantley about a month ago now, and that came from they hit 2 three-run home runs. So when you throw 6 runs on the board quickly, it's hard to come back from it. And that's what we were able to do. We were able to get runners on and then drive them in. It doesn't matter if we do it with a home run or a base hit or a double.
Right.
But on that day, we were able to hit with some power, and that gave us some quick offense, and that relieves the pressure on people.
On the other side of that, if you're McIntosh, I guess when you hit those 2 or 3 home runs like that with 3-run shots twice, you know, that's got to affect them psychologically too. Game 1, right? All of a sudden they're looking up at the scoreboard and it's 8, 9, 10-1.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it does affect you, and that also helps to determine the type of player you are. You know, can you bounce back from that? It's very hard to do. You know, especially when you're a young man. You know, 15, 16, 17 years old. It's really hard. So that guy just kept battling up there though, and he's been a good pitcher for them all year long. And you know, that day was just our day against him.
On the crowd side of things, the fan base, huge Tuesday.
Yeah.
2 o'clock's a little difficult for working folks, but that 4 o'clock game Tuesday, it was lined up from the ticket booth all the way around. Talk about the fan base, Coach.
It's awesome, man. It's great to see. You know, you are just the things that you do is awesome as well. But not everybody can make it out here. But of course, we want people to come out and watch. You know,
obviously,
and these players especially, they want you to come out and see them do their thing, and it's just a great feeling to know that the community's behind you, and it makes a difference. That's why home field advantage is so important.
There's cowbells going.
That's right. It just brings the energy level up just a little bit more when you got a whole bunch of people here. It was a great atmosphere, and I'm proud of the people for coming out and watch. So thanks for coming out to watch us.
Yeah, well, we definitely. That's why when I make the game post for you guys and I'm promoting the games, I always say, "See y'all there."
Yeah.
Because I'd rather them be up here.
Yeah.
It looks better on camera.
Sure.
I'd rather them be right there, you know. So I mean, it benefits you guys as a team, but it also looks good at the support, and that grows the support.
Yep, that's right.
You know what I mean?
Sure, and it also builds more interest. I mean, more people want to come out here, not only to watch, but maybe even to play some baseball.
Yeah.
Maybe to be a part of the on-field atmosphere. You know, so it's nothing but good things. All good things when we can bring the community together. People can come out to watch our student athletes perform after really working hard to improve their craft, and there's a lot demanded of them. They have to manage their time well. They got to keep up with everything they have to do in school and in the classroom. And then once they come out here, the Showtime uniforms on, you know, they want the people there to see them, and I don't blame them.
Especially the little guys that attend your camps.
Yeah.
They're over there soaking it all in.
Yeah.
You know they are.
It's great,
you know, they're heroes around here.
They want to be out here. Yeah, that's right. That's great for the program. Yeah.
Obviously. Now let's talk about ECI a little bit.
Yep.
We haven't seen ECI as far as CSN this year. What's the scoop on ECI?
You know, we've played them a couple times in the playoffs over the years. I don't know if you remember, but we played them over there. Richard Dasher had a rough night. I don't know if you remember this. It was a while back. And then the next night, LJ came in and did a great job against them.
Yeah.
I can't remember if they this year they got a special team. I mean, they had a really good team last year, and I think that they felt like they underachieved last year. And I think they made the Final Four or Final Eight or something like that last year. Oh, they're really good, and so now they bring that team back, and of course they swept everybody they played, and they've hadn't
beat a very good SLA team.
Yep, they beat a very good SLA team, very well coached SLA team, and they deserve to be here because they've just played well all year long, and they played a tough schedule, and they're going to be a tough opponent.
What do you okay, the schedule for Tuesday for you guys, 5 o'clock doubleheader.
Right.
First game at 5, second game 35 minutes after that. Then Wednesday is the if game, if necessary, at 7 p.m.
Wow, prime time, baby.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, listen. I think it's cool, man. I mean, it's very cool. 7 o'clock at night game. I mean, that's just
7 o'clock under the lights at Georgia Southern. We'd like to get the suite, but if we end up at 7 o'clock, I mean, couldn't ask for a better venue. I mean,
yeah, it's a great venue, and it's just big time. And both days are big. You got the 5 o'clock and the 7 o'clock game on Tuesday. That's big time right there. And then if we happen to split, come back later on and play Saturday night game. It just sounds
itinerary. Are you guys making a trip back and forth? Or you guys gonna stay up?
No, we're not staying.
Just coming back.
Yeah. We make 2-hour drive.
2 hours,
We do it all the time.
It's a normal road trip for us,
right.
isn't it?
We do it all the time. So we're just gonna take a bus and we'll be fine.
All right, Coach. As far as fundraising and everything, it's toward the end of the season, but I know you guys always have something going on. What's happening right now?
Well, yeah, we have the baseball camp coming up June 6th, 7th, and 8th. I think that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 8:15 to 1:15, and then the following week, those same 3 days, we also have.
You're doing a special camp too, right?
That's right.
One
We're
day thing.
doing a skills clinic this year for a little bit older kids. For those ones who are not quite in high school yet, or just got a little too old for the baseball camp. It's going to be more of an advanced camp. For those guys 11, 12, and 13. So that's just going to be a one-day camp, June 1st. I think it's 5 to 8:30 or something like that. If you're interested in doing that, you can reach out to Miss Marcy Turner at State Farm. You can email me or call me at the school, Coach Marchman, and
we'll share that email on our Facebook page.
Yeah, and that way, if you're interested in doing that, we'd love to have you. And of course, the concession stand has now closed for the season, but we're very proud of the things that they did and the food they make, and that's so much work, and it just really helps us keep this place looking beautiful, because the better we do with the concession stand, the better we do with our fundraisers, the more we can do on the field for our players. And once again, that's a tip of the cap to the community for helping us out with those type of things. Other than that, we got summer baseball coming up. We'll have a tournament here. I think that's the week right after the dead week. So there'll be games here all day long, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. As a matter of fact, it's the same day as the camp. So we'll have baseball camp until 1:15, and then baseball games starting at 2 all night long for 3 days in a row.
Summer ball.
Baseball on the reservations, our summer tournament here.
Work never stops.
Work never stops.
But that's why we're going to the championship 5 times, right? Work never stops. I can't get over that. I made a post about. I'm watching out here. I know how hard this field got deluged Tuesday.
It was underwater. Yeah.
You were out here all day yesterday repping this field. I made a post about that.
Yeah.
About the work you do out here. It's just phenomenal. I know the community, and especially these kids, appreciate what you do out here on this field.
Well, Mr. McCoy allowed me and Coach Graham to come out here because it was a mess. It was so wet. He allowed us to come out here and get to work on it really early, and because we knew we had to get that game in, because we're running out of time before you run into the state championship game. So whoever wins would be at a disadvantage if you have to keep moving the days back.
Exactly.
So it was really important to get the field ready. Our field drains really well, and Coach Graham was just a huge help, and we were just able to get it going. But you're right, it's just because the field's already in good shape, and it's important for our players to take care of it, for me to take care of it, so that when people come out here to see us, that they think it's a beautiful place to play, and our kids are proud of it. And that's the most important thing.
I wanted to mention that because, when we do these things, we're always talking about the fans and the sport and everything, the kids' work, but we never talk about the work you do out here behind the scenes.
Well, that's all right.
And I wanted to give you credit for
I
that.
appreciate it. Thank you for that. But I'm going to tell you, we do it.
I know you do it.
So those guys can have an opportunity to do something they've never done before.
Yeah.
And maybe it's learn So listen, I'm just blessed and lucky, and I wish my mom was here to see this because she'd be so excited. And
you know she's cheering on, Coach. She's
no doubt about it. So it's just
her and Scott, they probably got a chair in the front row
right
seat.
beside each other. Yeah. So it's a beautiful thing for us to be able to make it this far, especially when things like that are happening during the season, and you know that mature group of young men in there have helped me handle it. They've handled it well, and they just keep winning. And maybe they're doing it for her. I don't know. I like to think that.
I know the fans they've had a seat set up over here, kind of been remembered.
That's right. It's beautiful. It's awesome, man. It's just once again, that's the type of community we live in. And it's beautiful, and I'm blessed to be a part of it. And I'm thankful to have this field to work on so these guys can play on it.
I heard that. All right, Coach, before we let you go, one more thing. I know you don't like to predict anything, but I think the sign's going to go on that side.
Yeah, the signs keep going the same
It's going to
direction.
keep going this way.
Yeah,
Hey,
going the same direction. But we would like to put up another Georgia
I'll tell
silhouette.
Coach Phillips, there's 3 big bars out there. We need to put a big one right there.
Yeah.
3 big bars out there.
Maybe somebody's interested in paying for some advertisements. They'd like to go.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, if we can get another one of those Georgia silhouettes up, that's the ultimate goal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at that. There's not many schools can say half of that.
Yeah.
You know, it's a fantastic job. I appreciate you
Thank
as
you, man.
always.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see you Tuesday
Yep.
at
Georgia Southern.
5 o'clock up in Statesboro.
That's right.
I'll be there Monday. I'm covering the whole thing.
Nice.
So we're covering D1 and D2, so I'm pretty pumped. I'm nervous,
It's
but
gonna
I'm
be some
pretty
good
pumped
baseball,
about that.
man. Good baseball.
All right, man. We'll see you, Coach.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
a lot.
All right.
Thank you all for watching. We'll see you Tuesday live from Statesboro.
All right. Thanks,
All right,
man.
Thank you.